What's up, guys? Mike from Pattern Traders. It's Sunday. Wow, it's Friday, March 12th, and we have a weekend coming up. So I wanted to talk quickly about the video that I posted yesterday. I'm gonna do a fast clip on the actual video itself to talk to you guys about the move that's up and coming. So I do think that the micros are ready for a little bit of a dump. Now today's dump in the morning was it significant enough to say that the dump is over and we should go up from here? I mean, possibly, but I want to make a valid point here. So you guys all know that from a higher time frame, we are sitting at the weekly level, which is that's your weekly level, right? Oops. Look at the 3-day. The 3-day is establishing a possible SFP on the weekly level, right? I spoke about this yesterday in the video, telling you guys that I would hope that we do not get something like this, because this is gonna lead to two things: either a dump down, which is gonna be fine because we could buy the dip, but it could also lead to just chop for like another week and a half or so, where this thing just goes like this and then goes up, right? And this is gonna be a terrible scenario because it's gonna be such a chop fest. I mean, it's gonna be good for alts. We will have a good alt run if that happens, but overall I do not want to see this SFP the previous candle, right? 1 second, guys. So looking at the higher time frame, that's a significant level to get above. Our 12-hour candle looks beautiful right now. It's forming a beautiful hammer. We took out the previous low, which is amazing. More likely than not, if we do happen to get, in my eyes, a 1 hour close above that, we should go a lot higher, right? Yeah, right. Again, 4 hour, we have see this level, this block over here. Let's make this right, okay. Let's make this green. Actually, this block right here bounced us off, and now we're heading up. And it's also shit. I have a meeting in 30 minutes. Let's make another block, indicate another block down here. See this little block over here? Right, but this block doesn't seem like it's likely to hit, only because it's in the previous breakout range. Right, resistance, resistance, resistance. We broke above it. Usually, BTC doesn't give you an opportunity to retest this, right? It doesn't usually, but I'm not taking it out of the equation. I'll tell you why in a second. Just give me a few minutes. So, the scenario that we're playing with right now, as you could tell, is we have a weekly level over here. We have the breakout level over here, which is the breakout that took place after we accumulated a bunch of bitcoins at this little yellow box over here, right? So now, what's the most obvious play right here? Well, I'm on the sideline, so I'm in longs, obviously, from where I told you guys, from down here. I'm holding all my longs from down here and over here, and I don't plan on getting rid of them anytime soon. I also have Ethereum from 1390 or 60, something like that, in the 1400s, which I'm not touching them at all. Ethereum is a lot weaker than BTC is. I have a shitload of Litecoin that I will talk to you about. White Litecoin still has to complete its move. It has not completed its move yet, similar to what BTC and Ethereum did. We're at the golden pocket right now for Litecoin, which more likely than not will give us a retracement to come back down and retest this zone, right? Accumulate and then go back up. And you don't really want to see Litecoin under that black line, under 190, no matter what happens. But looking at the Monday high, Monday low, and the weekly open, we already tested the weekly open. See the weekly open? We already tested it, while sweeping the previous low, while also hitting this order block over here, right? So more likely than not, Litecoin might not give us the opportunity to get more of it down here, but we'll see. All right, back to the BTC. So as you guys can tell, this is my game plan right now. I am looking at, from a macro stance, or from a 4 hour perspective, like I had before. I'm looking at this block as block number 1, and then I'm looking at the block down here, where the weekly open is. And the reason why I'm looking at this block isn't because it's an important block to me. Let me get rid of this because I don't care about that. But it's because it's the weekly open, guys, you know, and we haven't really, you see how we're, it's the daily open. See how we're having a hard time getting above the daily open? If we don't get above the daily open today, chances are over the weekend, low volume, you might do some kind of fuckery where you might take the high and then knock us down. But overall, I'm expecting a lot higher pricing, and I can't confirm it until we break this trend line. Put this trend line in, which is going to be the Monday high trend line. You start at Monday high, put a trend line up, and it's going to continue its trend until you break this. The minute you break this trend line, I want you to target Monday high, $52,000. If you happen to get back into the Monday range, which is Monday high and Monday low, easy target is the weekly open, because this is crazy confluence. It's a lot of confluence over here, guys. This is going to be a blind long if they give us the opportunity to long this. Blind long. Hold on. So again, this is the order block that is right under the weekly open. So if you take your high and low, look where the golden zone fits you. It literally slaps. It makes this a perfect target if we were to do this and then go to $75,000 or $70,000, right? Weekly open retest, golden zone touch, take this order block, touch the green zone, and go back up. This is the most beautiful, perfect scenario to take place if we get the opportunity to long this. If we get the opportunity to long this, right? If we don't, we don't. But prepare for it. If it does come, don't question it, because if it does happen to come, it's going to come vicious like this. It's going to come like instantaneously. It's not going to be a slow bleed going down, right? So if it does happen to come, just prepare for it. The level is between 50,000, say 51,000 flat, and 49.7, if we get that. Now, what happens if we don't get that and go straight up from here? I mean, that's definitely a possibility, and I have that because, let me get rid of this. What happens if we go straight up? Well, let's do it this way, guys. This is very important. Now, I was talking to John last night, and I was telling him, what happens if this is the higher low from the first accumulation that took place after the breakout? Don't forget, guys, we broke out right here, right? Oops, what am I doing, bro? No, I'm sorry. We broke out right here, right? So this is the first time we accumulated after the breakout. What does that mean? Well, that means that this range becomes the most important range. I don't know why people are fixated on this range. It's not important. This is the most important range. This Elan range, okay? So now everything stems from here. We had the breakout, a little bit of accumulation. I guess let's just call it to fake and shake everybody out. And then we had an expansion. Reaccumulation, cupped, expansion. Reaccumulation, cupped, normally, expansion, right? And each expansion should be roughly about 100% growth, right? 100%. Just giving you estimates. I'm not trying to be exact. 100%. And the next one should be 100% as well, right? Which should be somewhere between the $90,000. But what happens if this doesn't expand? I'm going to show you guys another situation, right? Another scenario, sorry. If this does not happen to expand, guys, but let's just take it from one step at a time. Let's just say that this is the higher low. Let's say this is the higher low from this low, okay? And we do our Fibonacci levels, the ones that I like to play. And the expansions, and extensions, wow, I need coffee, guys. All right, talk to me now, guys. What do we see now? 66.6, 72.9. Now, what happens if we do this? I want to paint this scenario because this could definitely take place, guys. This could definitely take place. I want this to be embedded in everybody's mind because we're looking for a macro top. and it's going to happen on this expansion. I'll guarantee you it's going to happen on this expansion. And the reason why I'm guaranteeing you is because I already made it clear to you guys that the weekly, once this thing clamps up, see how it's clamping? Once this thing touches, it's a macro top officially. You can't reverse that. It's a macro top, guaranteed, right? It clamps, it kisses, it rejects, and then it goes down. And that's on a weekly level, so you're not going to reverse that, right? It's going to take a long time to play that out. Weeks, not days, weeks. So what is the most logical thing to assume? That this next up movement right now should be the last up movement before, not before a bear run, no, but before at least a 38 to 40% dump. So this is what I'm expecting. Now, I can't tell you if this is going to go to the 66 or 72, right? But this is something like I'm expecting. Now on the downtrend after we top out, just take a simple wherever we top out and just mark out wherever 38 to 40% is. So if we do happen to top out at the 1-to-1, which is $72,000, we're coming right back to 42K. What happens if we go higher? Well, if we go to the $91,000, which is still on the table, don't assume it isn't. 91,000 is the golden zone. So if things go according to plan, in a bullish scenario, that's where you're going, right? Because don't forget, we did 100% across the board, right? 100% here, 100% here, 100% here, right? So think about it. We're going to that $91,000 range, right? Now, if that's the case, we're going to $91,000. Where's 40% from $91,000? Let's see. Right back to 50K. So you assume that, does it make sense to wait for that to top out and then buy the retracement, or does it make more sense, guys, just buy the fucking dip now? Because it's going to go up, right? It's going to go up, whether now or whether in a week. It's going to go up, right? Whether it goes up from here, it's going to go up, or whether it even goes up from here, it's going to go up. Right, that's the way I see it. So I've been loading up on spot. I went heavy down here. Those who are in Discord know that I went heavy down here, and I went extremely heavy over here. I went extremely heavy over here, and then I went heavy over here as well. For my spot, I got the best entries. I got the bottom entries. My leverage plays, though, I'm not as heavy as I'd like. I'm being honest. I do have longs from here, and I do have longs from here, but I'm not as heavy as I would like to be. So I mean, I'm not really excited about my leverage positions. I'm being honest, guys. So that's exactly what I'm expecting. If we do happen to get a bullish expansion, I'm targeting $91,000. If we don't get a bullish expansion and we just get a breakout, meaning a continuation from the Elon range, then I'm not expecting us to surpass this level over here. So if you want to take log off, oh, same thing, never mind. Usually log gives me different numbers, so that's weird. Very weird. So yeah, $72,900 will be my first target, and my second target will be $91,300. Okay, guys? Perfect. I don't want to make the video too long, right? That's exactly how I'm playing the macro view. Now, if you look at it from a micro perspective, I told everybody in the Discord yesterday to wait for the 15-minute buy signal. Now, I want to show this on the video what I meant by that, because no one understood what I meant by, no one knew why I was telling them to wait for the 15-minute buy signal. Like, what's so important about the 15-minute buy signal? I might as well show you guys now, so I don't have to make two videos about it. I have exactly 8 minutes to conclude this video, guys. I gotta go. Alright, save as default. So okay. Alright, so this is basically what we do, right? We're playing. Discord and I have been playing a 15-minute TMA band. Well, I personally have since the breakdown. So when you break down, right, and you create a low right here, all you have to do is wait for the higher low to take place. Once the higher low takes place, which will take place over here, then at that point, look at your oscillators, right? No, never mind. I'm not going to show that. I got to go to the 1 hour so I can show this to you. Look at your 1 hour oscillators and tell yourself, did my trend band reset on the 1 hour? It did, right here. So until this 1 hour trend band, the blue band, comes right back down again, you want to always play your 15-minute bottom, 15-minute buy signal. it's a little let's just say behavior tactic that I came up with months ago, and it's been working like a charm for me for scalps, right? So now go to the 15-minute. Everyone asked me, how did I know I called this 15-minute buy signal from last night? How did I know that the 15-minute was going to give me a buy signal? So I played all these buy signals on the 15-minute only and only because of the fact that the 1 hour was at a good spot. Obviously, you stop doing this once the 1 hour flips bear. The 1 hour was still bullish at the time. Well, think about it this way. Whenever the 15-minute pattern concludes, it always needs to reset. When the 15-minute pattern needs to reset, it gives you a buy signal. And it's always going to be on the bottom trend bar. Bottom TMA band, the green one, right? So you're not going to take a buy over here. You're not going to take a buy over here, but you will take a 15-minute buy if it's on the green side, right? Green. It's a little tricky, guys, you know. And then here's the bottom, right? So how did I know that it was a pattern completion? I told you guys to look for over-unders. If you get a 15-minute over-under, the pattern is concluded, right? It's concluded completely. So even though the pattern concluded over here, the higher time frame was so bullish. Look how long it took us to actually kill it. It took us over a day, right? Look at that. And then this was the final blow, which led to the buy. So whenever you get a 15-minute over-under, this is an over-under, this is an over-under, this is an over-under. You don't have to second guess and say, all right, where am I going to go fucking long? Look for the buy signal. If you get a buy signal on the 15-minute and you're on the green band and your 1 hour is bullish, you go long. You go long. It's a very simple strategy. It works, guys. It really does work. I've been printing money with this strategy for probably like 3 months. It works. This is completely separate than regular trades. This is a different tactic that I came up with, and I'm hoping and waiting for John to to like bot it. If he could bot this and make it into a small little bot, well, I don't have to monitor, I don't have to watch. It'll be beautiful. It's going to print money. I guarantee you that. Again, it's got to be in an uptrend though. You can't do this in a downtrend. If BTC is downtrending like it is over here, when we hit that top and we start downtrending, you can't use that strategy. You have to wait until we bottom out and then start that 15-minute uptrend, right? Okay, so now, what am I looking at from the micros, from the oscillators? 4 hour. You see how the 4 hour is finally at a point that it could tip over at any time. Well, why don't you do it one better? Put on your swing mode. Swing mode is probably going to be your best friend in this whole range right now because it's choppy, and if it's choppy, best indicator is the swing mode. If it's choppy, if it's choppy, just use your swing mode, right? What's the difference between this and this? Significant difference. We had an over-under over here. We don't have that yet. So we have our first cross plus our retest, right? But it's only the first one, guys. This could easily do this and give us a second one. That would be a monster short over here. I don't know where that would be or where that would come from, but that'll be a monster short. Your 12 hour again, right? I told you guys this in Discord. Once this thing starts curling, be very careful in longs. You can't reverse a curl like this very easy. Just be careful in longs, right? It usually just like such trending downwards, unless a massive dildo comes in. It's the weekend. It could to push it back up. Your RSX in the 12 hour, it's a lagger, so it's still saying that we could potentially go a little higher. But once you see that this thing is curling, don't take longs. It's a 12 hour. This could really hurt you. Micros, 15-minute in the morning. The double buy signal, right? Cross here, you crossed here, you crossed here. That didn't help you, but out of everything, what was the most important visual that you had here? Let me show you guys. Bottom signal band, bottom signal band, bottom signal band with a div too. Beautiful, right? So the signal line reset 1, 2, 3 times. Usually the third reset it's weak, right? You don't get like 3 tops. The way you don't get 3 bottoms, you don't get 3 tops, right? I mean, the way you only get 3 bottoms is the same way you get only 3 tops, right? So this looks pretty weak. This might be like a bearish retest, and then it comes right back down, right? But that's a big confirmation that we bottomed out on the micros when the 15-minute signal line turned black. The signal line is a purple line. So based on price action, guys, let's do some fib magic over here. high low, which is going to be the daily open. If we can't even tap this, good luck. That's your daily open. You do not want to see us go above that if you're bearish, right? This needs to be a deviation if you're bearish. Something like this. Right there. So this becomes a deviation. This whole thing becomes a deviation. That's your daily open. You don't want to get above that. Where's your VWAP? Let's put in a trend line. Where's your VWAP? Okay. So we fulfilled the gap over here. We got one more gap down here. I do have some bids here, by the way. I don't have a lot. I only have 1.5 BTC bids down here. It's like a scalp bid, because this was a deviation, by the way. Right? Remember, I told you guys that the consolidation that led to the fake out and then deviated under and then went up to expansion. This came all the way back down here, right? So you have to always look for the deviations. So we deviated last night. It's not the most bullish thing you want to see, right? That's not the most bullish thing. So you don't want to see that if you're bullish, right? But if you're bear, you don't want to see us get above the daily open. If you're bull, you don't want to see us lose the VWAP. So this is going to start going up like this. And this, if this thing dumps and come down while this is going up, or this is coming down, and if it bounces, then you could assume that we're going to go back up, right? VWAP right now is probably going to be your best friend and the most important play to watch. Otherwise, put some bids down here. Don't put some bids down. This is not financial advice. I'm putting some bids down here. I already have them. And I have majority of my bids at Monday high and Monday low. See how we have a volume gap here too? So it'll kill two birds with one stone. It'll hit this order block, hit the weekly open. It's also the golden zone of the whole move up. And that's how I'm playing on BTC, especially because it's the weekend, guys. Now Ethereum looks a lot weaker. Ethereum looks a lot weaker. Look at this. We can't even get above Monday high. What does that tell you guys? So let me close the VWAP. We went, deviated Monday high, retested daily open, retested Monday high, and we just died. Now we swept the weekly open. So I'm currently in a scalp long on Ethereum, but I'm not confident in this trade. This looks like shit to me, right? So until we're able to get above, that's what I'm looking at. Let me see how it looks on the higher. Hold on. No, I'm not quite sure. Let me see. Sorry about that. So until you see, I don't know if I want to put it there or let me delete this. No, let me see something. How does the far look? Oh, actually, yeah, it does look good, guys. It does look good. Hold on. Take it from the higher low. If you do it this way, let me say the 5 hours have a wick, 6 hours have a wick, 7 hours have a wick. No, this doesn't look good on that end. 12 hour. Let's take it from the top. Let's see how this looks on 7 hour, 4 hour. This looks better. Yeah, because this is a deviation. Or we could just use a trend line. Okay, we use a trend line, the one that is auto generated. Okay, never mind. I take that back, guys. So this is gonna be an extension of the trend line right here. The blue line is. It's auto generated for a reason. So let's just assume that if this thing goes back up, daily open, and then rejects, it comes back down, which doesn't make any sense to me because we literally just took the weekly open, man. We swept it. That's a bullish behavior, but the micros are just disgustingly bearish right now in Ethereum. Anyway, I'm not confident in my scalp longs, but for me, if I were to put any bids lower, I would aim for this structure over here. I'll explain to you why. So we had this whole structure over here got retested and then it went up, right? So now look at the so assuming that we do not make a new high, we have a high probability of coming down here. That's 1600 mark. Do I think it could happen? I don't. No, I don't. I think Monday low is probably going to be like as the most we're going to go right here. See, like sweet Monday lows. If this thing breaks, if this thing rejects, come back down, break on the weekly open, sweep Monday low, get back in there and then go up. Like, this is Monday low. We haven't swept it yet. So That'll be your long opportunity. I can't see us going this deep. If we go this deep, we might as well go all the way down here and take out this whole cluster down here at the 70, 72, 75 in the 1500 range, right? So I don't know. I'm more optimistic about Monday low, where I'll probably bid 1660s, but I can't see us going down this deep. That's it for Ethereum. Litecoin, you guys already know I'm bullish. I'm not touching this for quite some time. I'm not gonna go over all to make this video long. It's strictly a BTC video. That's it, guys. I want you guys to all trade safe. It's the weekend, so a lot of fuckery could take place. Don't forget, there's no volume tomorrow, so expect fuckery. If you look at it from a trendline perspective, go to this, trendline. We're in this type of channel, right? That's the channel we're in. So assume that that's our ceiling. Assume that that's our ceiling and that's our floor until it breaks. That's it. Just play it this way, right? And then don't forget on the lower time frame, if you want to look at main trend line and then secondary if that breaks down here. That's it. So if one breaks, grab the second one. I'm not a trendline player, but I know my limits when it comes to there you go. So that's a deviation. So once you literally have tops 24 hours to make a decision. So by tomorrow we're gonna know. So once this thing breaks down, if it breaks down, I'm not gonna target this, target this, target this. It's gonna come down probably somewhere over here. Find support on this order block over here. All right, guys. So look at between 50,000 and 52.7, give or take, to take out this low. And most important is your weekly open. This is your weekly open, gold. Right? Gold is your weekly open. It's the most important level if we break this trend line. Guys, cheers. Thank you for tuning in. I'll make another video update sometime, probably on Sunday, or when we do a breakout, if we break out. Trade safe.